Okay, go ahead and share your screen with me, Brianne.
Okay. Oh, that's weird. So I was on.
Hold on, click on the Google Chrome down here at the bottom, as it might be in there. Okay. Yep, Thurn.org. There we go. Click on it. Click on that one, yep. Then put your first and last name in there and your password. Okay, and that's, yeah, you want it to remember it. So yes, save,
Okay.
the blue save button.
The Zoom is in the way. Okay.
And then, so WB8. That's okay, they're just starting, I'm trying to help some use it. U9T.
He was removed from the meeting. He's trying to rejoin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'll talk to him. There's reasons why I removed him.
His parents calling the office. So do you want me to tell? How do you want me to have them respond?
I'm gonna pull him into the meeting here as soon as I get everybody fixed and help him take care of, because we've talked about Zoom etiquette.
Okay, I'll tell Janae that to tell the parent that you're just gonna pull him back in and just speak to him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, thank you. There you go. Now you're in. You can go ahead and exit out of your screen share with me.
Do what this? No, this is for my computer.
Hey, Miss Simon.
You have kids on right now?
Yes, I do. What you need? There. I can mute them real quick. They're All right, guys. Glad that we're back there. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and join up here, and we're gonna move on to something different here. Let's see, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna unmute everybody. And we have, at this time, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take and have somebody share with us their social media profile. Okay, so that we can then have one of you join us with social media profile. So do we have anybody who has theirs? I know we've had several people that have turned theirs in. Do we have anybody that wants to share theirs? Nina, you want to do that? All right. So we'll mute everybody else but Nina here. And then we'll let Nina unmute and okay, Nina, let's go ahead and share your screen. Can everybody see Nina's screen? Give me a thumbs up if you can see Nina's screen. Okay, good. Okay, Nina, let's go to your Canvas page.
That's not my screen.
That's not your screen? Oh. That must have been my screen. How did that get there? Okay. I don't know how that got up there. Okay, Nina. Can everybody see Nina's now? Give me a thumbs up if you can see Nina. All right, Nina. Yep, let's go there. Let's go to your Google Drive.
Okay, so.
And then let's find your social media profile that you finished. Okay, and then open it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think this one's it.
All right, so then click on the green dot there for us and it'll make it the size of your screen.
Okay.
It should. Okay. So you can go ahead and tell us your username and all.
Okay. So my username, I just used my initials. And then I'm 11 years old. My birthday is May 13th. And I put these hashtags here. And then.
So how come you chose those hashtags?
Well, I got the first two, but then I had to ask Bella for the next one.
Okay. All right.
So then hobbies, I like to ride my bike in the free time and listen to music.
Okay.
And then goals, so these are things I want to be. I want to have a ranch and be a teacher. And then inspiration, my parents, and then God. And then my mood. And then my favorite food. I have a lot of favorite foods, so I just put this one here. And then here's things I did over the summer. This is the actual pool we went to. And then that's just another picture of a pool. And happiness. My family brings me happiness. And then that's a picture of us at the lake. And then my faves pictures of a favorite person, things, or place. Here's Bella and me, and then this is in Colorado, and then some flowers, and then Baby Yoda.
Okay. And so that's your social media profile then.
Huh?
All right. Good job, Nina. I like it. Way to share it with us. All right. So go ahead and exit your share screen.
Oh, I thought I already did.
There we go. All right.
I think that's yours.
No, this is Jesse's. Somehow Jesse has shared his screen with us and okay. So let's stop sharing here. Let's go to, ooh, was there anybody who wants to go next? Bella, you want to go next? All right, so go ahead and share with us, Bella. Okay, Bella, go ahead and click on, oh, we have you. All right, so let's see. I got to unmute you, Bella. Okay, there we go. Bella, go ahead and click on the green dot there to make it full screen. Over to the
Okay.
left. Over to the left. Up there, yep, the green dot right there, and click on that.
Okay.
And then, hold on, where there should be a present button or not. Let's do, yeah, that's okay. We'll go ahead. All right.
Okay, so this is it. So here's my selfie. My username is bbrayhop. My age is 10. My birthday is April the 3rd, 2010. And I'm nice, funny, and beautiful.
Okay.
And then my hobbies are ballet, books, and listening to music. And my goals, this is what I want to be when I grow up. I want to be a baker, and I want to get my ears pierced. Something that inspires me. This is a picture of my family from Christmas, and a picture of God. This is a picture of Nina and my little brother. And this is my carrot mood, which I am happy. My favorite food, or other desserts, is donuts and Oreos. This is what I did over the summer. I went fishing. Miss Fisher taught me how to swim, and me and my little brother went strawberry picking. And here's something that brings me happiness. When we went to Disney World, that brought me happiness. My ballet friends, and going on walks with my family. And then here's a picture of my family on the Quinones side. And my favorite picture.
of my persons, things, and places. So here is the farm, all my grandparents' home, and here's me at ballet, and there's me and Nina at school. And I'm done.
Good job, Bella. Good job. I like that. All right. So Bella, go ahead and exit out of your screen share there for us, and we'll have another person that will get to sharing their okay. I'm going to stop sharing there for a second. I'm going to do this.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. It's saying that the little boy.
Okay, I'm going to. All right. So we have time here for one more that we'll do. Breon, go ahead and share your screen with us, Breon.
Okay.
And then go to your Canvas. There we go. Yep. And then go to your Google Drive. Authorize. Good. Click on your name.
September 14.
Okay. That is,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to get them back in.
Can't figure out how to get them unblocked.
I don't know how to,
They said they can't get into the waiting room. but
yeah.
my name, my username is just my regular name. My age is 10. My birthday is May 10th, 2010. I am creative, sassy, and gymnast. And this says things about me. I like to eat cheese. I like to eat things with cheese or cheese by itself. I started competitive cheer when I was about 1 or 2, but my parents took me out and I never stopped flipping. I never tried gymnastics, but I want to though because it looks fun. And my goal is to go to the Olympics as a gymnast. And it says, where I live, a lot of kids from my school live around there too. So during the summer, I went outside and play with them sometimes. And my inspiration is my mom. Sometimes I think she's being mean, but maybe it's me being mean to her. And my other inspiration is some other girls at school. And my mood is right now is happy. I'm mostly always happy. And my favorite food is fried shrimp. And this summer, for my stepmom's birthday, I went on a boat and I went outside with my friends and I did a lot of flips. And the thing that brings me happiness is flipping. And my immediate family is my dad, my mom, my sister, my brother, my stepsister, and my stepmom. And my favorite things and places is my favorite people are my friends and family and some of my associates. My favorite things are flipping, eating, and making TikToks. And my favorite places are Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, both of my houses, which are my mom's and dad's, and my grandparents' houses.
Good job, Brianne. That's great with your social media profile page. Awesome. Let's do this for our final activity here that we're going to do today. Okay, we're going to go to our Canvas page. Okay, so everybody's going to go to their okay, and we're going to go in here and we're going to go to student, and our final activity that we're going to do today is going to be our wrap up. So we want to click on the 3, 2, 1. Okay, and this is going to be a discussion in there. Mine's locked. Hold on. It locked it. I need to go back and change the time. Let me edit this. That's why it's locked. So let's do this. Let's say 2:45. Okay, so I'm going to go in here to student view. Okay, I'm going to click on student. Here we go. We're going to go September 14th through the 18th. We're going to go to the wrap up 3, 2, 1. Okay, and so this is an assignment that is something that you're going to type in here as a discussion. So 3 things you've learned, 2 things you love, 1 question you still have. So what are 3 things that you've learned about school so far, 2 things that you've loved doing, and 1 question you still have so far? Okay? And so you can start typing those, you can put in your reply, and then you'll be able to see, it's a discussion here to where we'll be able to see everybody else's responses, things they've loved about school so far, things they've learned, and a question that they still have. Okay, so you can go ahead and enter that in the reply bar right here. So if we click reply, it gives you space to type. And then you'll be able to see everybody's, when you post your reply, we'll be able to see those. Hey,
You get him in?
no, I haven't been able to.
I think, are you still on with your class? Well, let's troubleshoot in this example. As he's trying to teach.
Yeah.
I think once you remove them, they have to go, but mom's trying to log back in and can't.
I see, I don't know how
She
they,
keeps logging. She
yeah,
keeps
I don't know
logging.
where in the settings, let's see here. Awesome. I love these things I'm seeing about using Google Drive, learning more about my classmates. Okay, so if you'd go ahead, those of you that haven't posted your replies yet, go ahead and post those so we can. Kobe. So other people can see them.
What I just submitted, I meant to say day, not dad.
Okay, that's okay. Caden.
When I press on it, it says I need an email and password.
Or where, when you're pressing on the discussion to reply to it? Where are you at? Are you in Clever or are you in?
So I'm in Canvas, and when I press like the thing that says 1, 2, 3.
I don't know. Are you using Safari or are you using Google Chrome?
Google Chrome.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe if you refresh it up top with the circle button, the arrow that's in the circle, if you refresh that, it might reload it. Okay. We've got the last thing I was going to do today. I like doing this. I know it's a little difficult maybe online, but I like reading. And I like reading stories to you guys. So we have the story Hoot. Has anybody read Hoot before? Anybody maybe seen the movie? You have, Jonathan? Okay. Yeah, it's a good one. It is in a movie too. But I'm going to start reading here. I'm going to read a couple chapters or maybe a chapter out of Hoot today for our last thing that we're going to do. Okay. So here we go. Chapter 1 of Hoot. Roy would not have noticed the strange boy if it weren't for Dana Matherson, because Roy ordinarily didn't look out the window of the school bus. He preferred to read comics and mystery books on the morning ride to Trace Middle. But on this day, a Monday, Roy would never forget. Dana Matherson grabbed Roy's head from behind and pressed his thumbs into Roy's temple, as if he were squeezing a soccer ball. The older kids were supposed to stay in the back of the bus, but Dana had snuck up behind Roy's seat and ambushed him when Roy tried to wriggle free. Dana mushed his face against the window. It was then, squinting through the smudged glass, that Roy spotted the strange boy running along the sidewalk. It appeared as if he was hurrying to catch the school bus, which had stopped at a corner to pick up more kids. The boy was straw blonde and wiry, and his skin was nut brown from the sun. The expression on his face was intent and serious. He wore a faded Miami Heat basketball jersey and dirty khaki shorts, and here was the odd part: no shoes. The soles of his feet looked as black as barbecue coals. Trace Middle School didn't have the world's strictest dress code, but Roy was pretty sure that some sort of footwear was required. The boy might have been carrying sneakers in his backpack. If only he'd been wearing a backpack. No shoes, no backpack, no books. Strange indeed on a school day. Roy was sure that the barefoot boy would catch all kinds of grief from Dana and the other big kids once he boarded the bus, but that didn't happen. because the boy kept running past the corner, past the line of students waiting to get on the bus, past the bus itself. Roy wanted to shout, "Hey, look at that guy," but his mouth wasn't working so well. Dana Matherson still had him from behind, pushing his face against the window. As the bus pulled away from the intersection, Roy hoped to catch another glimpse of the boy farther up the street. However, he turned off the sidewalk and was now cutting across the private yard, running very fast, much faster than Roy could run, and maybe even faster than Richard, Roy's best friend back in Montana. Richard was so fast that he got to work out with the high school track squad when he was only in 7th grade. Dana Matherson was digging his fingernails into Roy's scalp, trying to make him squeal, but Roy barely felt a thing. He was gripped with curiosity as the running boy dashed through one near green yard after another, getting smaller in Roy's vision as he put a wider distance between himself and the school bus. Roy saw a big pointy-eared dog, probably a German Shepherd, bound off somebody's porch and go for the boy. Incredibly, the boy didn't change his course. He vaulted over the dog, crashed through a cherry hedge, and then disappeared from view. Roy gasped. "What's the matter, cowgirl? Had enough?" This was Dana hissing in Roy's right ear. Being the new kid on the bus, Roy didn't expect any help from the others. The cowgirl remark was so lame, it wasn't worth getting mad about. Dana was a well-known idiot, on top of which he outweighed Roy by at least 50 pounds. Fighting back would have been a complete waste of energy. "Had enough yet? We can't hear you, Tex." Dana's breath smelled like stale cigarettes. Smoking and beating up smaller kids were his two main hobbies. "Yeah, okay," Roy said impatiently. "I've had enough." As soon as he was freed, Roy lowered the window and stuck out his head. The strange boy was gone. Who was he? What was he running from? Roy wondered if any of the other kids on the bus had seen what he'd seen. For a moment, he wondered if he'd really seen it himself. That same morning, a police officer named David Delinko was sent to the future site of another Mother Paula's All-American Pancake House. It was a vacant lot at the corner of East Oriole and Woodbury on the eastern edge of town. Officer Delinko was met by a man in a dark blue pickup truck. The man, who was as bald as a beach ball himself, introduced himself as Curly. Officer Delinko thought the bald man must have a good sense of humor to go by such a nickname, but he was wrong. Curly was cranky and unsmiling. "You should see what they'd done," he said to the policeman. "Who? Follow me," the man called Curly said. Officer Delinko got in step behind him. The dispatcher said, "You want to report some vandalism?" "That's right," Curly grunted over his shoulder. The policeman couldn't see what there was to be vandalized on the property, which was basically a few acres of scraggly weeds. Curly stopped walking and pointed at a short piece of lumber on the ground. A ribbon of bright pink plastic was tied to one end of the stick. The other end was sharpened and caked with gray dirt. Curly said, "They pulled them out." "That's a survey stake," asked Officer Delinko. "Yep, they yanked them out of the ground, every one. Probably just kids. And then they threw them every which way," Curly said, waving a beefy arm, "and then they filled in the holes." "That's a little weird," the policeman remarked. "When did this happen?" "Last night, early this morning," Curly said. "Maybe it don't look like a big deal, but it's going to take a while to get the site marked out again. Meantime, we can't start clearing or grading or nothing. We got backhoes and dozers already leased, and now they got to sit. I know if it don't look like the crime of the century, but still." "I understand," said Officer Delinko. "What's your estimate of the monetary damage?" "Damage? Yes, so I can put it in my report." The policeman picked up the survey stake and examined it. "It's not really broken, is it?" "Well, no." "Were any of them destroyed?" asked Officer Delinko. "How much does one of these things cost? $1 or $2? The man called Curly was losing his patience. "They didn't break none of the stakes," he said gruffly. "Not even one," the policeman frowned. He was trying to figure out what to put in his report. You can't have vandalism without monetary damage, and if nothing on the property was broken or defaced. "What I'm trying to explain," Curly said irritably, "it's not that they messed up the survey stakes, it's them messing up our whole construction schedule. That's where it'll cost some serious bucks." Officer Delinko took off his cap and scratched his head. "Let me think on this," he said. Walking back toward the patrol car, the policeman stumbled and fell down. Curly grabbed him under one arm and hoisted him to his feet. Both men were mildly embarrassed. "Stupid owl," said Curly. The policeman brushed the dirt and grass burrs off his uniform. "You say owls?" Curly gestured at a hole in the ground. It was as big around as one of Mother Paula's famous buttermilk flapjacks. A mound of loose white sand was visibly at the entrance. "That's what you tripped over," Curly informed Officer Delinko. "An owl lives down there." The policeman bent over and studied the hole. "How big are they?" "About as tall as a beer can." "No kidding," said Officer Delinko. "I ain't ever seen one." Officially speaking. But back at the patrol car, the patrolman took out his clipboard and started writing the report. Turned out that Curly's real name was Leroy Brannett, and he was the supervising engineer of the construction project. He scowled when he saw the policeman write down foreman instead. Officer Delinko explained to Curly the problem with filing the complaint as a vandalism. "My sergeant's going to kick it back down to me because technically nothing really got vandalized. Some kids came on the property and pulled a bunch of sticks out of the ground." "How do you know it was kids?" Curly muttered. "Well, who else would it be? What about them filling up the holes and throwing the stakes just to make us lay out the whole site all over again? What about that?" Puzzled the policeman too. Kids usually didn't go to that kind of trouble when pulling a prank. "Do you have any particular suspects?" Curly admitted he didn't. "But okay, say it was kids." "That means it's not a crime." "Of course it's a crime," Officer Delinko replied. I'm saying it's not technically vandalism, it's trespassing and malicious mischief." "That'll do," Curly said with a shrug. "As long as I can get a copy of your report for the insurance company, at least we'll be covered for lost time and expenses." Officer Delinko gave Curly a card with the address of the police department's administration office and the name of the clerk in charge of filing the incident reports. Curly tucked the card into the breast pocket of his foreman's shirt. The policeman put on his sunglasses and slid into his patrol car, which was as hot as a brick oven. He quickly turned on the ignition and cranked the air conditioner up full blast. As he buckled his seatbelt, he said, "Mr. Bennett, there's one more thing I wanted to ask. I'm just curious." "Fire away," said Curly, wiping his brow with the yellow bandana. "It's about those owls." "Sure. What's going to happen to them?" Officer Delinko asked. "Once you start bulldozing, I mean." Curly, the foreman, chuckled. He thought the policeman must be kidding. "What owls?" he said. All day long, Roy couldn't stop thinking about the strange running boy. Between classes, he scanned the faces in the hallways on the chance that the boy had come to school late. Maybe he'd been hurrying home. Roy thought to change clothes and put on some shoes. But Roy didn't see any kids who resembled the one who had jumped over the big pointy-eared dog. Maybe he's still running, Roy thought as he ate lunch. Florida was made for running. Roy had never seen any place so flat. Back in Montana, you had steep, craggy mountains that rose 10,000 feet into the clouds. Here, the only hills were man-made highway bridges, smooth, gentle slopes of concrete. Then Roy remembered the heat and the humidity, which on some days seemed to suck the very meat out of his lungs. A long run in the Florida sun would be torture, he thought. A kid would have to be tough as nails to make a routine of that. Okay, I'm going to stop there for today. And I will see everybody tomorrow. Okay, we're done with our meetings today. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Have a good day.